Hello, I am Thrao, and today I think we're going to be experimenting with pixelarting plants and flowers specifically. So, I think I'm just gonna start out with Dandelion. And so I should probably start by choosing out a color palette. So I've looked through the colors and I found my 3 greens and my 4 yellow orangish thingies. Oh boy. And so now I guess it's time to just start pixel arting. And the strange thing about this is it goes out at a diagonal, and I don't think I'm ready to build it a diagonal yet. So I'm just gonna build it kind of in a pattern like this. It'll definitely look a little strange, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm just gonna start building. Alright, so I went ahead and pixel arted this dandelion, and I must say it looks a little strange from this angle. This angle it looks a little better, but it was really hard because, well, it was really weird because, like, all the sides are the same, but also not. So it was a little strange to pixel art. It looks a little strange, but I mean, you get the idea. Now I gotta decide what one I want to do next. I should do this one. I think this one won't be too hard, so I will do the poppy next. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna do. Oh well, alright. So I will build this one over here. I will be right back when I've got my colors sorted. Alright, so I've chosen out my colors. This is pretty strange. It was hard to choose colors. Like, you know, there's a lot of reds, but they're all really dark for the rose. But pink wouldn't quite work because it didn't have that shade of purple. So I think I've settled on these colors. This is definitely gonna turn out pretty interesting. So I'm gonna start building now. Alright, so here is the poppy. And I mean, it looks pretty interesting. It looks a little better than the dandelion over there. You can say I had to use some concrete, some barriers down here for the concrete so it didn't fall. And this one, I did the sides a little weird, but I mean, it looks pretty. I mean, you can tell it's that Minecraft flower kind of. So now I gotta decide what one I want to do next. And I mean, I don't think this one would be too hard, so I might do that one. What one should I do? I think I think I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do Lily of the Valley next. Alright, so I'm gonna choose the color palette, and I will be back. We will now have a momentary interlude where I just fly because I'm a little tired. I want to fly and have some fun with the elytra. Let's go through these.
Right here it gets a little...
Through the string and the stick. Let's go right through the flowers. Oh, dang it. Oh, I gotta try that again. Okay, here we go again. Around the chickens. Oh, that was interesting. Okay. Through the string, around the chickens, and right through the flowers. Come on. Yes, there we go. We'll go through this thing. There's not really much to go through. It's just a giant cavern. We'll go through the chickens one last time. Oh, dang it, I missed it. Okay, down here, and we're gonna land on top of the dandelion. Oh, that was... I made it! Yay! So here's my color palette. I chose for the greens, lime concrete powder, lime concrete, green concrete powder, and green concrete. And for the whites, I chose white wool, a block of quartz, and white concrete. Now you can see, we've got this Lily of the Valley done. And I mean, you can kind of tell it's a Lily of the Valley. Kind of. But I think the rose still looks best out of all the flowers. And now we are going to move on to some mushrooms, because you can see over there I'm going to be making a giant mushroom cavern. Let me find the color palettes. I'll be back. Alright, so now I've got my color palette for this warped fungus, and I'll build that now. So I finished this warped fungus, and I mean, it looks pretty good. A little off proportional, but I think that's just, like, this block's new and I'm still not used to it. Now, this shroom light doesn't quite fit, but that's because I'm going to want lights to be in that cavern over there. So I'm going to use these shroom lights as those lights. So that's pretty looking nice. Now I'm going to start on the next fungus. This one is going to be interesting. Alright, so I think I chose my color palette. It was easier than I thought it would be. Alright, let's build this thing. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful crimson mushroom? I'm gonna say the colors don't exactly mesh well. Especially about that brown in there. But I swear it's in here. Kind of. I may edit it when I'm building it over there, but I think that looks pretty good for today. So there are all the flowers that I made today. And I think that looks pretty nice. So I'm gonna end this video here. Nice. Bye.